Yo, Nathan, we gotta react to this trailer. I understand that we reacted to a lot of Bollywood Indian films recently, but this is the trailer for Avengers Doomsday.
That movie just got announced. There's no way.
Look, that's him!
That's him, I guess. But
And this is him too. Look, RDJ as Doctor Doom. That looks real.
that looks real, huh?
I think we should react to this. This is definitely legit. It says official trailer. That has to mean something.
You know what, Neves? I think we should start doing solo reactions. You react to it, and I'm gonna take a break. Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast, episode 152. I'm your host, Nathan, and I'm joined by the man himself, Matthew Neves, to my left.
Thank you.
And today, we are going to be discussing what happened to movie trailers.
Like, yeah.
I'm seriously concerned.
We've reacted to a good amount of them as the years have gone. Like, we've seen a lot.
Yeah, and what's kind of interesting now is, like, a lot of North American trailers, like, don't even interest me anymore. Like,
No, they're all the same.
they're all kind of the same. It's like they cycle through classic song, classic sound effects.
Yeah, like
Womp, womp, womp.
the Inception thwomp or whatever that sound is. I've heard so many times after Inception did it, and it's just like it's the same shit.
I
Who
know,
cares?
and this is kind of the problem, right? Like, you go back to the Inception trailer, and it's like not even as good as it was when it came out, because we've seen so many versions of it. But it kind of was maybe not the first,
Yeah.
but the first really popular one to do that.
For sure. I think like another issue with trailers nowadays is not even nowadays. There are some movie trailers that have had this issue since the beginning, which is explaining the whole movie.
Oh, big problem.
Ghostbusters, they catch the ghosts.
Big.
That's what the narrator said in the OG Ghostbusters trailer. I'm like, that's terrible. What the fuck?
Big problem. Why is that so common?
I think it's because of the fact that marketing, they don't put as much effort into it as the movie itself.
Right.
It's all about paying for it to be shown, not the actual effort put into it. It's the same with movie posters. We've talked about it where a lot of movie posters kind of look the same recently.
Yeah.
It's the same with trailers where most trailers are they all look the same. They got that. It's like Red 1 trailer was the same way where it's just like dun, 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 with the remix of, what was it, the Jay-Z song?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like,
I hate that. That's the thing I hate the most about modern trailers. Why do you have to remix a classic song?
you don't. I mean, like sometimes it works, but like the amount of times I've heard the Frank Sinatra My Way song remixed so much in trailers, people don't even realize it until you hear it and you're like, oh my God, I've heard that in like 5 trailers.
Yeah, it does not work as well as they think. Like,
No.
it's really, you're right. It does work sometimes, and sometimes it's really good. But it also just feels like they just throw songs in that don't fit anymore just because it's
No.
a popular song.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember the Lego movie trailer was another issue where I love the movie, but the trailer they played was like, I think it was a Pitbull song. I'm like, what the fuck? This is not the same quality as what you're actually making, type of thing.
Makes no sense.
It doesn't, but that's an issue. But we're complaining so much about how trailers fail. What are some examples of trailers working? I mean, we've reacted to a lot, so.
So from the ones we've reacted to, you're pulling up that list?
Yeah, let me just pull it up. I would say the first one, just right off the bat, we both agree on, Monkey Man.
100%.
Yeah.
We knew very little about that film just because of the nature of how it was released and how it was shelved for a bit and
Yeah.
lower budget. And when we watched that trailer, man, that was one of the first trailers we reacted to too, that really got a lot of views.
Yeah. It was the one that, like, I feel like everyone who saw it agreed, like, yeah, this is a fucking awesome trailer. The
Yeah.
movie's going to be amazing, type of thing.
And I wonder if that's like out of necessity, right? Because you think like a movie like Monkey Man, they have to spend some extra time making a solid trailer because they need people to come see the movie.
Yeah, it's not like a Marvel thing where you have an existing property
Right.
and you're just like, well, it's Spider-Man, even if the trailer's dog shit. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
The
You know.
style of that Monkey Man trailer, it did such a good job of showing the style and not showing the whole film because it
Yes.
did not give away much.
No, no, it didn't. I remember them utilizing that song too.
Yeah.
That infamous song, the Punjabi remix.
Yeah.
And that works because they actually aligned it with the pacing of
Yeah,
the trailer.
exactly. It was fast and the pacing
Yes.
is so fast. And it's like finally they picked a beat that matches the pacing, not just because it's a well known song.
Yeah. And like you said, it doesn't spoil anything. It goes by fast and it just makes you want to watch the movie, which we did. We reviewed it and fucking amazing. One of the best films of the year, to be honest with you. And the trailer showcases all of that.
Yeah, like that's one of the genuine examples, and there's not that many recently
No.
where I've watched the trailer and was like, only based on the trailer, man, I really want to see this movie.
Yeah.
You know, like I loved the Killers of the Flower Moon trailer.
Yes.
But I was already like, if I didn't see a trailer, I was already so excited about that movie. You know what I mean?
Right. It's because you know Martin Scorsese, you know DiCaprio and them.
Right, exactly. So Monkey Man, I didn't even know Dev Patel. I hadn't even seen Green
Yeah.
Knight yet, so I didn't know Dev Patel like that. And that trailer got me really excited. So in recent memory, that's one of the best trailers I've seen.
I fully agree. Another one we reacted to that you might know, it's unlocking a little memory gate, Saw X, that trailer.
Yeah, we like that one.
Holy shit. And that's the thing too. People are like, "Oh, what do you mean? Like it's just a Saw movie." I'm like, "But the trailer knows what it is and utilizes all the styles from the other Saw movies into the trailer."
Yeah.
It works so well. And my favorite part is when they have all the shots in the movie and they show the X shape.
Yeah, when they go up to the
Yeah.
X, that is such a good shot. You're right.
It's
Damn,
like
you're
that-
taking me back now. I forget. We watched so many trailers that like
Yeah.
they kind of start to blend in my head, and I forget which ones I really enjoyed. That was one that
Yeah.
I definitely really enjoyed, and the movie kind of lived up to, which is
yes.
crazy.
Yeah, I know, because a trailer like that, we were both like, it's good, but we've seen some shit Saw films.
Of course.
They exist. So we're like, is this just our expectations going too high and then we watch it? But no, it lived up to it,
Yeah.
respectfully. Another one I always think about is the Ferrari one. The first Ferrari trailer
Maybe
really works.
the first Ferrari trailer is better than the movie 100%.
Yeah, I agree. Because about that intensity, it uses the atmosphere, it uses the not even quietness. It's just kind of like the tension of
Yeah.
that scene with Adam Driver
Right.
explaining the race. And it's simple. It's like from director Michael Mann. And then he talks and it's like two places and stuff. And
Yeah, that part, the way they harped on that, on
Yeah.
you can't exist in the same place at the same time, and the way they tied that in, that's a fucking masterful trailer.
yeah, it's so good that I do agree with you, Nathan. It's kind of like a 9 out of 10 trailer for a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. The reality of it is that they made it look a little bit more exciting than it actually was.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we react to some tough ones too. Eh?
So,
Like
do you
Rebel
wanna-
Moon trailer, we already knew that shit was gonna be ass.
Rebel Moon. Well, it was like we didn't think it was gonna be fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
But we were like, this is a lot. I don't
Yeah.
know if they're gonna actually flesh out all this shit, and they didn't.
Man, they did.
Didn't. It
Candy
was a-
Cane Lane.
Oh, that was bad.
that was unfortunate.
Do you want to know? This is my least favorite trailer we reacted to.
Argyle?
Yeah, that's the least favorite.
Yeah, that
My-
was tough.
I look back at that one because I rewatched it, as you can see here,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, our faces right at the moment when John Cena lifts up what's her face, and it's like, oh, it's just a book.
Yeah.
And we're like, what? And then the cartoon cat shows up, and we're like,
Yeah.
what?
And the way they were like doing actor reveals like an MCU movie, but they were all so bad.
They were so shit. Like, fuck, it looked so ugly. It was
Yeah.
so bad. Like, at first, it started out like a typical action film. So we're like, okay, whatever. And then it just got worse, worse, and worse.
Did that movie bomb?
Yeah, it did.
It did, right?
Oh, yeah. We fucking guessed it, man.
Yeah, that reaction got a lot of views though.
It did,
It's
yeah.
like interesting that people were interested in that.
Argyle heads, you know. I mean, that's the thing, too, is like sometimes the trailer's so bad, we want to see none of it in theaters. Like, we don't even want to touch it. That's why we didn't review the fucking movie. That's why we didn't even like
I
reference
agree.
it. Another one is like Madam Web. But that movie just looked bad right off the gate,
Yeah,
even
there's
with the
no-
trailer.
You can cut that a million different ways.
And I'm trying to look for one that was like really solid from modern like a modern Hollywood film, and a lot of these just kind of blend
Lately,
together.
they haven't blown us away. No, some are, I would say, were good, but blowing us away, it's really Monkey Man.
You know what blew me away from a comedic perspective? It was The Crow.
Bad trailer.
The Crow was bad. The Travis Scott.
Yeah, the
Remember?
Ozzy Osbourne Travis Scott song.
Oh, when they cut to when they show when I hear Travis Scott's like line at the very end,
At the end, yeah.
fucking died
His
laughing. And
auto-tune.
Oh man, who would have thought The Crow would have been one of the worst movies of the year? I'm fucking shocked.
Shocker.
But we've been mainly reacting to Bollywood trailers as well, and those have been fucking way better.
Honestly, we have seen a lot more quality there. Joker 2 trailer
It was good.
was really
That was
good.
Yeah.
Like I think about shots from that trailer, especially the one,
last one.
Yeah, the one where the visitation with the smile. It's
Yeah.
like whoever thought of that, you're a fucking genius.
Simple framing makes it like more iconic. People forget that. They
Yeah.
go for these overcomplicated Michael Bay shots, and it's just like it just looks like nonsense. That
Yeah, and they really didn't give away anything of the movie. Like I still don't really know where they're taking the
Yeah.
the Harley Quinn Joker thing. It's still up in the air, which I'm glad. I'm really excited to see that and see where they go with that.
I
'cause-
think with movie trailers too, because as the years go on, you got to figure out a way to bring people's attention. You know, that's why we see those mini trailers at the beginning. They did it for the Megalopolis trailer.
did
you
they do
remember?
the?
Oh wait, did you see the new one?
No,
You didn't see
haven't
the new
seen
Megalop?
I haven't seen the
Okay,
newest one.
can I give you a rundown on what the fuck happened during that time? So I saw the trailer. And the trailer starts off with a mini trailer. So like 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, Megalopolis trailer.
Right.
Because Lionsgate owns or is distributing it, whatever. And then the trailer starts with, true artists sometimes don't get appreciated. And then it's like 1972, The Godfather reviews. This film was dog shit. This film was bad. This film, and then 1979, Apocalypse Now. This film is terrible. This film is, and then they do the same with Dracula. All those reviews are not real. They're all AI generated. Lionsgate confirmed it, and they were like, "We're so sorry.
So
Those aren't real fucking reviews." And they added it in their official trailer.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But also starting the trailer already like copping please, like, hey guys, I know you guys heard that it's batshit, but it's been batshit before. It still could be good. Trust.
Yeah.
That is not how you start your fucking movie trailer.
No,
That's so bad.
it's bad.
And what, you couldn't find an actual bad somebody who
They
didn't,
do
like-
exist.
Of course they exist.
You can find a review from 1972 of The Godfather that was negative. We could find 5.
Imagine just not doing any fucking
That's the
research.
thing. I would have appreciated the trailer more if it was real reviews. Obviously.
Regardless, real or not, I think that's a bad way to start a trailer. Really bad way. You're already trying to justify the film, which don't do that. Put out your art and let people fucking.
Here's the sad thing about it. The trailer outside of that, I like.
Yeah?
I really like because the visuals, I like it. I was just like, something about this. It could be the worst thing ever or the best thing ever. There's no middle ground
Yeah.
for a movie like that to exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a controversial.
I'm gonna
trailer.
watch that ASAP because
They had to delete it. Lionsgate
Oh,
deleted
it's
it.
down?
No, but you can.
I'm sure
find
I
it.
could find it. Yeah.
You'll find it. But what's a Bollywood trailer? Because as of recent, we've reacted to a lot more Indian cinema, Bollywood trailers, and whatnot, and a lot of them are really fucking
Some
good.
of the recent ones we did were hitting.
I would say Kalki had. We reacted to 2 Kalki trailers.
Kill
Was amazing.
was like the action in Kill was so good. That's like one of the ones that I really want to see.
Another one that I remember watching. Oh, what was the pilot one? Fighter. Remember that one?
great, too.
The very end of that, they were cutting to the punches with the beat of the song, and then it
Yeah.
cuts to an explosion. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah.
They fucking nailed it.
I think that the Bollywood or just like Indian films in general, they understand the importance of a trailer, and I also think that their audiences really value trailers more than North American audiences.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious to us that when just looking at the view counts of these trailers, how quickly they go to 30 million views.
Yeah.
That audiences care when a new trailer comes out. They're
Absolutely.
watching. That's how they build hype for films.
Yeah.
And I think with North America, it's a little bit lost. I don't know.
It used to be special. I remember like the Avengers trailer was a big deal. But then you watch that trailer now and it's like 2012 and it looks so dated.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, a lot of trailers from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, they're dated. Like they feel old. Like the Avatar trailer. I was like watching it, I'm just like, oh, this feels like it was from like 20 years ago.
Trailers really have phases, eh? Like
Yeah.
style phases.
They do.
You know,
They
there
really
was a
do.
narration phase
In a world.
right? The one guy was just collecting every fucking check that there was.
He did it for so long, man. I think he's called the trailer guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is in a world where this happens. What's the guy's name? The trailer man.
Yeah, we need to shout out that legend, to be honest.
But
'cause-
going back to that, yeah. It's been like that since the beginning. Like I always think of some examples of like big trailers, like the Phantom Menace one.
yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
I like the Phantom Menace.
The first trailer, at
yeah.
least. You know, the one where it's like a long time ago and it has that shot in the fog with those, whatever those creatures are, and it's like very quiet. And then boom, it gets into the Star Wars theme and everything like that.
Yeah.
Force Awakens did the same shit, and guess what? It fucking worked there too.
Do you think the Force Awakens trailer is better? Because that, like, I think is one of the most universally loved trailers of all time.
It's good.
Disney knew what they were doing there, and I think that trailer built. Obviously, there was already massive hype for that film, but that trailer really built hype for Force Awakens, for Star Wars coming back.
I think it's the fact that like Star Wars at that point was okay. We got the prequels, we got the original. It's like we're never gonna make Episode 7. Like even George Lucas was like, I don't think we can make it. And then Disney shows up. That trailer comes out, and in
Yeah.
my head, I'm like, this doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
Like this shouldn't exist. Like Episode 7, it's like what's next? Another Jurassic Park movie? Oops. And then that
Oops.
happened, you know, another Terminator and now we're so
Desensitized.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're desensitized to that shit. It's like any franchise could come back.
I think the tipping point for me now is a Marvel and DC movie.
Oh, it's happening.
If it's gonna happen, that's when my brain is officially no longer nostalgia. Like my nostalgic brain is dead.
A Marvel and DC movie will happen in the next 10 years.
Next 10 years?
I think so.
Fuck, man.
I think so. What happens when, like, the trajectory has been keep topping yourself, you know? And whenever, like, Marvel's building up to some shit now.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't perform as well as Endgame peak, like,
You think
I think that the next move is like, there's a lot of money on the table. Let's do it.
they meet up with James Gunn again and they're like, hey, James, I know you're running DC, but
They have a plug in DC.
ah, they do. Oh no, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be shit. People are like, "No, it's not. It's gonna be amazing." It's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. 'Cause
It's
they're just they're gonna rely on the characters, and like the script can be ChatGPT for sure.
no, literally, you're basically just eating like deep fried over deep fried over deep fried. Like
Yeah,
nothing.
it's like I just went to the CNE. It's like those it's like those deep fried Oreo cookies or like the ridiculous desserts that they have there.
deep fried milkshake.
Yeah, it's like why would I want this?
And then after the movie, you get sick. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta see it again.
For real.
But
That's so funny.
talking about modern shit like that, I feel like trailers, they're not. There's some highlights. Like I named my favorite trailers on here, and I don't know if you feel the same, but my top 5 trailers. We talked about Monkey Man, the original Alien.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I think everyone can agree is one of the best, if not the best trailer.
That one was one of my top. Like that trailer is so good.
It's so good.
I think it's the best trailer ever made.
I think so too. For 1979, imagine 1979. This is around 2 years after Star Wars. You're in the theater. You're like, all right, what are we watching? And then this is the trailer that comes up. I'd be scared shitless, dude.
Yeah.
I'd have goosebumps. I still have goosebumps watching it. This
There's-
film is 45 years old.
Yeah, and it's in 1979, which is crazy because in the 70s there's no trailer like that.
No. Most trailers during that time were just the narrator explaining
Yeah.
the movie. Introducing Harrison Ford.
This is before the cocaine of the 80s, you know?
Yes, exactly.
But it had that energy.
It did. It honestly did. Another one I always think of is the Man of Steel one. I know a lot of people don't think about it, but it had that beautiful music in it, the choir, and it's like the music starts raising up when Superman has his fist on the ground, the earth is shaking and everything, and then he flies up in the air. They show shots of the movie. I like that trailer. I also like the teaser where it doesn't show you anything but Superman flying. That because like nobody really knew what they were gonna do with Superman at that time. Superman was usually just a goofy character that had but it felt so intense.
Yeah.
Another one, Mad Max Fury Road.
This one is, I completely agree
Yeah.
with, easily in my top 5. Fury Road has a fantastic trailer.
It's a trailer that you're like, oh, there's no way they can live up to this, and they did.
And then the movie does, you know?
It's just 2 hours of the trailer, and I'm like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, the Furiosa one was cool too, but
Yeah.
it didn't wow me like Fury Road's trailer, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, something about it hit differently. And another one, horror as well. This was a little older than Alien, but The Exorcist. Epileptic warning though, because it is flashy images. But the shot at the beginning where it's like, this girl in this house is being possessed, and this priest is going to try to help her, and it's that shot. It's the infamous
Yeah.
Exorcist shot. And you're watching it and you're like, oh, what? And then it cuts to all the flashing images of horror, all those. And I'm like, damn.
Imagine seeing that in the theater, man, in 1973. Like going to watch a movie and seeing that Exorcist trailer beforehand.
The reaction too. Did you ever watch like behind the scenes or like the premiere of The Exorcist?
No.
Anything? People were lining up for a week
Damn.
to see the movie, and when they saw it, most of them threw up. Most of them passed out. They were like, "I don't want to see. This is the scariest
Those
thing ever."
stories are so crazy to me.
Yeah.
And the horror movies still try to do those kind of marketing stunts.
Yeah.
And put out these things that are like, oh, this is the scariest movie ever made. We saw that shit with Long Legs.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't do that.
No.
Because it's just doing the movie a disservice. Or like, people are passing out.
I feel like they can work in this case because 1973. This is 50 years ago, 51
Yeah.
years ago. Nobody knew what an exorcist was.
Yeah.
Nobody knew anything about like the Catholicism of like the priest doing this. So they're like, what? There could be a demon in me?
Right. That's the difference.
This is pre-internet days where like
that's the difference. You're not passing out with watching a movie with a premise you've seen 50 times.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you're not. You're like, wait, I've seen this already. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. That the whole premise of an exorcism is pretty foreign in 1973, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, same with Alien in terms of body horror. Imagine like getting impregnated by a fucking alien and it comes out of your chest.
Yeah.
That is one of the it still is one of the scariest thoughts of all time. Same with Exorcist. There's something in you that you can't control. It's like people's mindset in 1973. Imagine them hearing that.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking, of course they're going to act like that in interviews.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm possessed by a demon myself. I'm
that's
like, what?
facts.
What the fuck? Get away from me. But those are my favorite movie trailers. Those will always stick out to me.
Those are bangers. You have some very funny worst movie trailer ones here too.
I do. I want to talk about The Mummy for a second, the Tom Cruise one. So I picked this one because it was famous for having an unfinished trailer in
Unfinished,
IMAX.
eh?
So what they did was they accidentally released an IMAX trailer of The Mummy without having all the sound effects in it. So you heard Tom Cruise yell, but there was no music on top of it. So he was like, ah! I shit you
and it's
not.
just quiet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah!
That's
And
like-
then the girl's like, ah!
that's awkward.
Yeah, it's like a Lego Star Wars death sound effect, like "Arr!" like that.
That's fucking awkward to watch.
It is.
Yeah,
and they
that's-
released it in IMAX, and they're like, oh fuck, we released the wrong mix.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So that goes in the list of one of the worst trailers ever because it was official. They released it. Another one I always think about is a movie called Supernova. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a more obscure sci-fi film. But the premise is like sci-fi horror. It stars James Spader and Angela Bassett. It's a sci-fi horror film where one of the guys from a different spaceship comes to theirs and wreaks havoc. That's all it is. And it's very dark and stuff. The trailer plays like some 90s like upbeat song with the trailer. So it's like, I just want to tell you that.
So like complete off tone.
Yeah. It is the most off tone I've ever seen a movie trailer because there's like moments where people are dying in pain and stuff, and then the music's like, and you're like,
never
what?
even heard of this movie.
No,
Robert Forster's in it.
he is. He's one of the guys.
11% Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. But
Came out
like
in 2000.
they had to. Walter Hill originally directed it, but he saw the cut and he's like, "Fuck that! Call me Alan Smithy. I'm not working
Take
on
my
this."
name off that shit.
Yeah, he did. He took his name,
Wow.
and Coppola, I shit you not, Coppola tried to reshoot some of this, but even he couldn't save it.
No way.
Yeah, it's got a weird history, but the trailer, one of the worst I've ever seen in terms of not knowing what your fucking tone is.
This poster says all hell's about to break loose. No shit.
It truly is. I guess another one I say, because it technically is a trailer, was the Batman one, 1989, the very first one.
I've never seen it.
It has no music. It's literally just showing dailies.
Oh,
There's no music.
wow.
It's just the reason why, though, the history behind it is the fact that people were giving so much hate mail to Tim Burton and Michael Keaton and Warner Brothers because they're like, "Oh, this Batman's going to be a fucking comedy, isn't? Look at Mr. Mom, Beetlejuice."
Oh, because Michael Keaton was
Yeah.
very poorly received when the news came out. Right?
Yeah. So what Warner Brothers did was, "Hey, guys, I understand you've been shooting for only a week. Give us a trailer right fucking now."
We got to show them that it looks like a movie.
Yeah. So they did,
That's
but it's
funny.
only dailies. It's only like a random shot. It's like, "Hi, I'm Vicky Vale," and then it cuts to Batman beating up a criminal, and then cuts to like a random shot of Joker.
Wow. They could get away with that shit back then.
No,
like even
yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, the first Empire Strikes Back trailer, 0 footage.
Yeah.
0 footage. Like not a frame.
Another one that I saw recently was Alien 3 trailer, where it's just the egg, and it's like, the first one, in space, nobody can hear you scream. In this one, on Earth, everyone can hear you scream. And then the egg explodes. Alien 3, coming soon. They didn't have a finished script or any footage. And they
Damn,
confirmed
were
a date.
that early, and they did a date, eh? Did
Yeah.
they stick to that date?
1992, yeah.
Damn.
But I'm just like, imagine releasing a trailer with no script, no footage.
That is kind of a good premise. I kind of like the premise of that.
It's not, but the movie's not even set on Earth. They fucking lied.
But the fact that the movie didn't really play out like that, it's a little fucking weird.
Not even close. I'm just like,
They kind of jumped the gun, but that is kind of a good concept.
oh, I loved it. That's a good trailer. It's just very misleading. But yeah, I think those are my least favorite movie trailers. I don't know if you feel the same or if any of them.
I gotta
stuck it.
check some of those out. Like the Batman one, I didn't know about using dailies. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It's just that from a trailer pacing perspective, it's not a trailer. It's a sneak peek, if anything.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments some of your favorite trailers and some of the worst trailers
Yeah.
you've ever seen. Because nowadays, there's a fucking terrible trailer every month coming out.
Every month, dude. Every fucking week.
Every week. You're 100% right.
Oh man.
Let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to your boys. It helps us on a ton. And most importantly, take care. Brush your hair.
Peace.